For the over 40 years that I have been a Christian, there have been killings in southern Kaduna, killings on the plateau. There have been riots. Sometimes, I think it was in France, an image of Prophet Muhammad was defaced. Who remembers that? And as a result of that, there were killings of Christians in Nigeria.
My brothers and sisters, all of a sudden, the world is talking about Christians in Nigeria, from CNN to Fox News. And now, even Donald Trump says he's ready to defend Nigerian Christians by force, by fire. But wait a minute. After over 40 good years of violence in Plateau, Kaduna, Benue, and beyond, why now? That's a big question that everybody is asking. But we need an answer. Probably Trump will be the only one that will answer this question. Why this sudden love for Nigerian Christians? Right after Nigeria became home to one of the largest refineries in the world, and just when we discover minerals that is being used to power electric vehicle and nuclear power. Why now? Let's talk about what's really going on right within Trump and Jagaban. This is going to be a conversation that I want you guys to please open your mind. Don't be sentimental about it, because we are all in this together. A Nigerian pastor recently responded to Donald Trump's statement.
For the over 40 years that I have been a Christian, there have been killings in southern Kaduna, killings on the plateau. There have been riots. Sometimes, I think it was in France, an image of Prophet Muhammad was defaced. Who remembers that? And as a result of that, there were killings of Christians in Nigeria. And so it's nothing new. It doesn't amount to genocide. The way the West are talking about it, it's as if a Christian steps on the street, his head will be blown off. And I'm trying to understand this sudden love for Christians. Is it because we now have one of the largest refineries in the world and no longer have to ship raw materials abroad and bring the finished products? Or is it because of the 21st century minerals that we now have in our earth that they use to generate nuclear power for electric vehicles? Are those the reasons that our friends are threatening to invade our country to defend and protect Nigerian Christians? Selah.
The pastor is asking a big question. This our pastor asked. Maybe it's not about religion. Maybe it's about resources that Nigeria that we have. Maybe that is the main reason why Donald Trump is coming after those ones who are killing Christians in Nigeria, but is using Dogmo Riki to come to Nigeria because of the resources. Let's look deeper. Nigeria just stopped exporting crude oil the old way. That is, we export it, they refine it, then they bring it back. Now, we refine it ourselves. We are discovering rare earth minerals like lithium, cobalt, uranium, all needed for electric cars and nuclear energy. These are all found in Nigeria now. So, when a Western power suddenly remembers human rights, we should ask ourselves, is this about Christians or about commodity that we have in Nigeria? Because every time Africa starts to stand on its own, someone somewhere will decide that we need to be saved. But we don't need you guys anymore. What do you think? After all, we're a sovereign state. But remember one thing. Remember Libya. When Gaddafi built the best economy in Africa, until the world said, We must protect civilians. But protect civilians for what? Today, Libya is rumble. Civilians are still dying in Libya. In fact, some Nigerians who ran to Libya to seek for greener pasture, they ran back with regret because Libya of yesterday is no more Libya of today. Everything has been spoiled. This is where it gets deep. Christianity in Africa has survived wars. Missionaries came when Nigerians had nothing, but then Nigerians' land was rich. So, is Trump defending real faith or defending access? And my question is, why does it take a Western voice for the world to suddenly care about Christian lives in Africa? Where were they when churches were burned in Jos? Where were they when massacres happened in Ondo State? Where were they when pastors were kidnapped in Kaduna? Where were they when the entire Christian community vanished suddenly in Benue State? Where were they? Faith become a tool when it's convenient for them. A headline when it fits the agenda. That's when they thought of faith. But are we even going to blame Donald Trump? Because Nigerian government themselves, they did not make things easy. Because long time ago, the representative of Nigerian president, they came out denying the fact that there is no killing of Christians in Nigeria. Until Donald Trump now put the hammer on the table. What about the pastors in Nigeria? The pastors themselves, they did not utter a word when this killing of a thing was happening to fellow Christians. They didn't say anything. All of them kept mute. They were so scared. But do you blame the pastors? Even the top general overseer, they would think they would come out, they would be so bold to lend their voice. But they didn't do that. During Jonathan era, all of them, they came out in mass. They were talking. But now, Omowane Joshi, Emilokon is there now. But Nigerian pastors, all of them, they kept their mouth sealed. But like I said, Nigerian pastors nowadays, most of them have become political pastors. It's the politicians that put them there. It's the politicians that finance them. It's the politicians that makes wave for them. How many times have we heard some of these Nigerian pastors that they criticize Nigerian government, that they criticize Tinubu? They will never do that. Instead, they will be saying, the Lord tells me what to do. When I hear the voice from the Lord, I will talk. Till the whole Nigerians will quite finish before you talk, before you hear the voice of the Lord. If you want to tell someone to bring money to your church, you will definitely hear the voice of the Lord then. But things is happening in Nigeria. People are dying. Your fellow Christians, they've been massacred in the north, everywhere. Pastors are being kidnapped. Reverend fathers are being murdered. And you guys are saying nothing. You just kept quiet. So scared to criticize the Nigerian government. But now, Donald Trump is out there talking. And some of you started coming out, gradually started talking. But even at that, I'm sure you guys will not come out openly to still criticize the government. But mind you, nothing goes unnoticed. You, that you're the pastor, something is happening around your domain, you didn't say a word. The world is watching, as well as Americans, as well as Donald Trump. One day, you will need something for America, and America will say, no, bro, you're not fit to come to America because you are one of the guys that destroyed Nigeria. This is a word for the wise. Do you know that Nigeria sits on something bigger than oil? That is independence. And that's what scares them. Because if Africa refines its own crude, powers its own car, and trade its own minerals, the global balance will shift, because then they will be scared that Nigeria is coming to shake the economy of the world. Suddenly, we're not the developing world anymore. We're now competitor to them. They're now getting scared of the growth of Nigeria and the type of minerals that we have. So, don't be deceived when compassion comes with condition. When the same nations that ignores us for decades now wants to defend us. There's no free mercy in international politics. No free lunch anymore. To my brothers and sisters in the diaspora, please, we must learn to read between the lines. It's very, very important. Because when the world paints Nigeria as unstable, it affects all of us in the diaspora. From visa to jobs, to how people look kurukuru at us when we dey for Obodo. Today, they don't separate Nigerian Christians from Nigerians. We are all one. When they see Nigerian Christian, they see Nigerian Muslim, they will not say Nigerian. No, we're all Nigerians. So, when we demand safety and accountability at home, we must also protect Nigerians' image from being used and pawned in someone's chest. They take Nigerian name, Nigerian matter to play chess game. We need to be aware of that. So tell me, family, do you think Trump truly cares about Nigerian Christians? Or is this another play for global influence, using faith as a cover-up? Tell us what you think in the comment. Please, like, share, and subscribe to African Black Gold TV, because stories like this deserve more African voices. And remember, if you don't know, this is African Black Gold TV, where we dig beyond headlines to uncover the truth behind every story. Till I see you guys in the next video, please subscribe.